Hello and welcome to episode number 1 of the Spool Stories podcast. My name is Marilisa and I'm coming to you from Greece. This is a knitting and sewing podcast and you can find me on Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook as Spool Stories, and I have a blog at spoolstories.com. So as I said, I am from Greece, so please excuse my English, I'm going to do my best. It is a pretty hot day today. Here it is 35 degrees Celsius, so I made myself a homemade strawberry lemonade. So let's start. What am I wearing? Today I'm wearing the Santa Fe top by Heijun Handmade. I'm going to try and show you. I made this top last year. It's a very easy top. And I am also wearing a handmade pair of trousers that I drafted myself from an old pair of trousers that I had and fitted me well. But you can see, so you have to take my word for it. So, on to knitting. Since this is the first episode, I don't actually have any finished objects to show you, so I will show you my latest make. And it is a pair of socks. I started knitting socks last year. Well, I knitted a pair of socks last year. And it was my first pair of socks. I took a craftsy class by Lucy Knitby. And I knitted my first pair and I really enjoyed it. It was a vanilla sock and it is pretty big. I do wear them a lot, but I wear them on slippers because they're too baggy to fit in my shoes. So I'm trying new patterns and new techniques. I like to learn something new every time. So this is my latest make. These are the First Frost socks. It is a pattern by Vanilla Wool. I've knitted them with 70 stitches and I've knitted those 2 at a time on a 40-inch circular 2mm needles. And I really like knitting 2 at a time, because it takes a bit longer, but when you're done and you have a pair ready to wear. So these have a heel flap and gusset, and there are 2 of them. So 2 socks. This yarn is a wool nylon blend that I dyed last summer. And initially, it was the first time that I was experimenting with yarn dyeing, and it came out a bright pink, and I hated it. So after that, every time I was dyeing something and I had dye left in the pot, I just throw it in there. So, and that's what came out of it. And I don't think the color is pretty accurate. It's darker than, at least darker than what I can see on my screen. But I like it. They're not the softest. It's not a merino nylon, it's a wool nylon. So it is a bit scratchy, but I don't mind. My feet are not that sensitive. So this is pair number 1, knitted 2 at a time. Let's move on. The second pair is a half object. So I have this sock ready. And these are the Chocolate Kiss socks by Vanilla Wool. And the yarn, this beautiful yarn, is from Zoe from Bacala Alpaca, and it's her koi colorway. and I love it. I love it. Those socks are also knitted on 70 stitches, 2mm needles, but short DPNs, and I like DPNs a lot for knitting socks. I find them faster than any other way. And I have another one living in this bag that I made, and I love it. So this is the other sock. It's almost finished. I have a couple of rows with a pattern, and then I will start the toe decreases, and here is where the afterthought heel will be placed. So these were made I'm sorry, these are made on DPNs, and what's new for me for these socks is the afterthought heel. I find it really interesting. I like that method. I don't really like heel flap and gusset. I hate picking up stitches, but I haven't worn them yet, so I don't know which type of heel fits me best. So I will have to experiment and then decide how to go on. And I really like knitting patterned socks. These have this lacy pattern here, and the rest of them is stockinette, and I find it interesting. And I also have a DPN cozy here that I made, and some of them are available in my shop. The link you can find down below. So these are my chocolate kiss socks. I'm sorry, I'm distracted, someone is passing by. So on to the next pair. I'm on a sock kick right now. So living in this beautiful bento bag. These are also available in the shop, and I really like them because they are very, very lightweight, very small, and it's the ideal project bag for a hat or a pair of socks, and you can shove it in your bag and have it with you, and you don't even know it's there. So this pair of socks, I don't have a pattern for that. I'm knitting sorties and I'm improvising it. And this is the yarn. This yarn I also dyed myself last summer, and I really like those colors. I dyed this yarn originally for my What the Fate shawl, and I had about 40 grams left over, so I thought I could make a pair of socks. I think I will have enough. I've added contrasting here, and I will all this yarn is mine yarn too, and I will add the toe in the same color. So these are 70 stitches. No, these are 72 stitches. I'm knitting them on a 9-inch circular. It's a triangle. I don't know if I said that correctly. And it's a 1.75 millimeters. So I added a few stitches in order to compensate for the smaller needle. I was inspired by the Roll City rollers, but I wanted to have a rib cuff because I think it stays where it should be better. And what's new for me with these socks? Firstly, the needles. It's the first time I'm using them. I'm not sure yet. I mean, they're fast, but I do get pain in my hands, especially my left hand. I can't say I don't like them. I think I will eventually find my pace with it, but for the moment, not very comfortable. And I've also did a fish lips kiss here for the first time, and I kind of like it. I think they're going to be small for me. I have pretty chubby foot, but my daughter will probably wear them. We have the same feet, so she will wear them. And this is the yarn. You can see, I don't know if it's focused, I hope it's focused. I have been playing around with the camera the whole day and I'm not sure. And this is the yarn I use for my heel and toes. And this is a little bit lighter than this, but I think it will be fine. So that's it for socks for the moment. Now, what's to show you next? Okay, living in this floral spring bag. It's a top. It's my oldest whip, and this is a top. It is an SMC pattern from SMC yarn, you know? And it is the S8780 women's top with a bow, it's called. It is an average difficulty pattern. I like it. I'm almost done. I have been eating it last summer. This is the back. You know, it has this beautiful detail, and it has this detail on the neckline. It's an I-cord neckline with a bow, and around the sleeves. What I don't like about this pattern is that it's knitted. I'm knitting it with cotton yarn, and I'm not feeling it. I don't like cotton yarn. I don't like the feel of it. I mean, this is the front. See? I am almost done. I have about an inch or so to knit before I started decreasing for the neckline, and then I have to pick up stitches and knit I-cord neckline and bow, and you know, sew these front and back together, and I will have a top that's ready. But I don't like this yarn. I mean, I'm knitting this out of SMC Catania yarn, and the color is 257. It is a beige. I like this color. It's neutral, goes with many things, but it's a mercerized cotton, and when I knit with it, it feels like rope. I mean, this has absolutely no give at all. It's not enjoyable for my hands, not at all. And I think I'm knitting this in a 3.5 millimeter needles, and I'm using these are drops needles. They're like the Knitter's Pride, but a bit cheaper. This is my first set of interchangeable needles that I purchased a couple of years ago, and I use them a lot. I like them. I'm not having problems. I had a couple of needles breaking, but maybe it's my fault. So, my next project is living in this bag. This is one of my favorite bags, and I will have to stop in a while because the battery is flashing. So I'm back. I was showing you my next object. It is the Esther top, and this is a pattern by Justyna Lurkowska. It is a knitted top with a lacy sleeve, and I really like the pattern. I've only started this last night. I'm knitting this. It's living in this beautiful bag. It's one of my favorites. And I'm knitting this out of Drops Bell. And this is a cotton, viscose and linen blend. I like the feeling of this yarn more than I like the feeling of the other cotton yarn I showed you earlier, but I generally don't like knitting with cotton. It feels like rope and I don't really like it. So it's a tangled mess here. I don't know how I did that. You can't really see, well, you can't really see much because I've only knitted a few rows here, and I chose this pattern because of the lacy sleeve, but I'm not feeling it. I don't enjoy knitting it. I want to knit it. The lacy part is just on the sleeve, it's a small part, but I don't like it. It's not difficult. I don't know why. I don't like it. And I'm knitting this in my Trigo circulars on a 4mm needle, so it should grow fast. So that's it. I just started this. And next, let me put my pattern in here because I will forget. So next, that's all I have as far as whips are concerned. Before I go on to what I would like to cast on next, I want to talk to you about something very, very special for me. Today is Friday. It's June 7th, 8th, June 8th, and this afternoon, well, I don't think I will have a podcast out this afternoon, but this afternoon, Friday, June 8th, I am launching in my shop my first collaboration, and I am so happy about that. This is a collaboration between myself and Alison from Beef Sugar Yarns, and she is a wonderful person and a very talented dyer, in my opinion. I love her yarn. I initially ordered a skein of yarn from her and I was amazed. It was so beautiful. It was one of those times that you see a beautiful photo and you get the yarn and it's even more beautiful. And I contacted her and asked her if she would be interested to do a collaboration with me, and she said yes. So, are you ready? I'm so excited about that. So, this is our kit. It is a basket made out of cotton fabric with this beautiful floral pattern. It's plain on the inside, and this is the beautiful yarn that Alison dyed for this kit. I mean, this is a sock set, and this kit is amazing. Those colors, I don't know, I love it. This is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. It's a 100 grams skein, 425 meters and a 20 gram mini, which is 85 meters. And you get the yarn in the kit, you get the basket. It has vegan leather handles. It is sturdy, as you can see. You can bend it and it's okay. You will receive it folded like that, so that it's easier for me to post this way. But you will have to manipulate it a little bit. It is soft, but it is standing on its own. And with it you get a little lavender sachet and a little progress keeper. I don't know if you can see it right. I think it's not focusing. I have to play around with the camera settings a bit. Bear with me, it's my first time doing this. I will get better, I promise. So this is the kit. It will be available this afternoon in both me and Alison's shop. I will link both of the shops down below, and I think you're gonna love it. This kit is inspired by the Greek summer, and Alison said that she dyed the yarn thinking of me, of course. And we call this kit Athena because I live in Athens, and Athena was the patron for this city, my city, and also she was a patron for crafts and weaving. So we thought it was appropriate, the name. So, what I would like to custom next, well, one of the things is the Tanya sweater. I mean, everybody casts on the Tanya sweater, and this is it. In case you haven't seen it, I don't think there's a possibility. And I've actually cast it on earlier, late May, and I've knitted the whole lace and frog knit because it was too big. This is a boxy top, and I knew that, but I don't think that having that much ease complements my body type, so I want it to be not fitted but not that boxy. For this top I'm using this beautiful yarn. This is merino single 70% superwash extra fine merino and 30% silk. It's a single ply. This yarn is from Nina's Threads, and I got this yarn a while ago when we did a swap. I have 3 skeins. I hope it's enough. I contacted Nina and she said she will gladly dye another skein for me, but I don't know how different the color, the dye lot will be. Anyway, this is so soft and so airy, and I want to make it with a 3/4 sleeve at least, because you can't really wear wool during summer days or summer months here in Greece. I mean, it's too hot. So I want to have a 3/4 length so I can wear it on spring and fall. And I love this yarn, and it smells so good. So this is a project that will soon be on my needles. And another project I want to cast on soon is the Aura Shawl by Caitlin Hunter. I love this shawl. I had it in my queue for a long time, and I bought it a couple of months ago when she had a sale, a big sale, and I got a few of her patterns that I always wanted. So for this pattern I dyed up some yarn, and I've also did an Instagram poll, and you helped me pick a combination. Sorry, I dropped it. So this is what I came up with. This pattern calls for 2 skeins of 100 grams and 2 minis, and these are my colors. These 3 are a merino cashmere nylon blend. It's an 80-10-10, and this is a Polwarth. They're all fingering weight yarns, and I am so happy with the result I got this time. So happy. And while I was experimenting with this is going to be casted on soon. While I was experimenting with this, I also dyed those beauties. I mean, look at them. This is very close to this one. I was trying to find the perfect shade. I really want a whole sweater out of this. Okay, this is a pink, I'm not crazy about it. But those two, I love them. I mean, they're so warm and cozy. And I think I like those two. I don't remember the pattern. A Caitlin Hunter, I bought the pattern. It has a wide pullover with cross. It has it in gold and black. God, I don't remember. Maybe next time. But I want these to be my contrasting colors, and I'm gonna try and dye it up and recreate them. So that's it for knitting. Now, on to my sewing plans. I haven't been sewing a lot lately. It's been a year since I've started Spool Stories as my full-time job. So I am sewing every day for my work. And I think I wanted to have a different craft as a hobby, because I was afraid that I was going to get sick of it. I love it, but I don't know, I think I needed a distance in my spare time. So that's why I have been knitting this past year. Basically, I've learned to knit when I was a child. My mother taught me, and she taught me the basics, I didn't even know how to cast on. She taught me how to knit, how to purl, and that's it. And a couple of years ago, anyway, this is a story for another time. A couple of years ago, I've started knitting again, and it's been a year basically that I have been knitting every day, and it's been part of my life. But during the summer months here in Greece, it is too hot for me to knit. So usually I am sewing a lot more this time of year. So my latest make is an Ogden cami. I have been thinking of making an Ogden cami for a while, but I thought it wouldn't suit me. After seeing many people with my body type on Instagram sewing this, I decided to do it, and it didn't work. I thought so. It is a well-drafted pattern, but I don't like it because, first of all, this is a muslin. This is a very stiff and shiny satin that I had in my stash. It's cheap fabric, and I use it as a muslin. But I do like the print, so I thought, okay, if it works out, I might have something to wear too. So it didn't work out. What I don't like about that is that even though the neckline is not too low, it's pretty good, and the straps almost hit where the underwear straps are, so that's okay for me. The underarm is way too big and it shows my underwear, and I don't like that. And if I take that in, it pulls on the back weirdly, and it also pulls on the front, and it stands away from me. It's weird, I don't know. I think that if I tweak the pattern a little bit, maybe I can make it work, but I don't know. We'll see. Now, this is the only finished object that I have, and it's not even an object, it's a muslin. But I do have plans, I have a lot of plans, and I hope that I will get to make them. So, my first sewing plan is the Tour Blouse by Direndau, and I really like this pattern. It's a very nice top. I have already cut out the pattern for that, the fabric, I'm sorry, and I will make it out of this beautiful Atelier Brunet fabric. This is the Moonstone in the Blast colorway, and I think I will make it tonight. But my son and my husband are going to play football, so I think I will stay at home and sew. So this is project number 1. The next thing I want to cast on is this Quick Sew 4068 dress, and I want to make this version here, which is a little bit, just a bit above the knee, and has a little bit of a cap sleeve, and I think it's really cute, and I want to make it out of this fabric, which is a cotton nylon blend. I hope that it doesn't have a lot of nylon in it and that it's not going to be warm. I got this fabric from a local yarn store, craft store actually, when it was closing last year, a few months ago, and they had a sale, and I think I got this for 3 or 4 euros per meter, so it's a good price, and I really like this color. I like blues and grays, and I like it. So hopefully this will turn out to be a beautiful dress. And then I have another dress, and it is the Alder Shirt dress by Grain Line Studio. I don't have the pattern here to show you, but I'm sure you know it. It's a very famous pattern. I've made this pattern before. I've made view A, and I've made it actually out of a chambray, which was also a very cheap chambray that I found at a local store, and I made it as a muslin, and it turned out really good, and I'm wearing it, and that's a win. And now I want to make view B, and I will use this fabric, which is also an Atelier Brunet, and this is the Terrazzo Night colorway, and I like it so much, so much. It's so lightweight and airy, and I think it's gonna be great. I hope I won't mess up. I bought this fabric on Christmas, I think, and I wanted to make this since the day it came, but I was so afraid that I will mess up and I will destroy the fabric, and it is a pricey fabric. Anyway, I have to find the strength to cut into it soon. So hopefully next time we'll talk, I will have some of this ready for you to see. I think this is this time of year that I decided to start podcasting. It's not the best time for me, honestly, because next week kids will be out of school. I have 2 kids, and they will be out of school next week, so it's not going to be easy for me to podcast, because there's no way I will sit here and talk to myself while there's someone else at home. So I don't know how often I will be able to podcast. I hope that I will have something for you. I mean, every 2 weeks maybe, but we'll see. The important thing is that I started. I have been flirting with the idea of the podcast for about a year, and I was terrified, but I did it. So let me know in the comments down below if you liked what you see. Let me know if I can improve. I'm sure I can improve in many ways. I think that what I'm showing you, it's not focused. I mean, when I hold this here, it's not focusing here. I have to play around with my camera settings a bit, but I will get there, that's for sure. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like, and I will see you hopefully in a couple of weeks. Bye.